Hello, today will be at least a little bit a practical approach of using Creo to create a spoon using surface modeling. And this is the part we are going to create. Let me show you the edges, this part. We're going to learn a lot on technique used here. That is technique that you will be applying on most of your designs. Let me delete some of the features so that we can create this together. Okay, now this one is a simplified model. I think we can start from here. Yeah, we can start from here with these curves, but I'm going to explain on how we are going to use them. First, let me just go back here. First, we need to create a boundary here. As this one is a boundary is will is going to represent the total length and total height of our surface model. Use that. Then for the ball, see the ball will represent the ball on one side. Remember, for a model, the spoon is symmetrical along the middle plane. Therefore, we model one side, then we mirror through the middle plane to get the other side. Yeah, but this is the ball. Next, if you view if you see your a spoon, this is the profile it has, the main profile. And this profile is the profile at the middle, because the middle profile and the side profile are not the same, especially on the ball here. We're going to assume on the handle the profile the same, but here the spoon doesn't look like this. In reality, it looks like this. It has this one here, and that one is the side, your spoon, and this one is the deeper section here. That's how the spoon looks like. And for those who want to model, those are the dimensions. As plane, I'm using the bounding box, the one I showed you, as well as this one here, profile, as well as that. That's our spline. And next is top profile. When you view the spoon from top, you see this, and please ensure that this one is tangent to this here. Ensure they are tangent. Okay. Next is let's see the profile of the handle, spline. Make sure that the spline here is exactly 90, dimension 90 at this edge of the spline, as well as here dimension 95, 2.53. I'm using millimeters. Okay. The other ones here, these planes I will explain later. The first thing we need is we need to swipe a surface on this, a surface that is going to represent our handle. Therefore, I'm going to select this one here and sweep a surface there. And I'm going to sweep, I can use normal to projection and use front plane like that. And then if you sketch there, and you just need to sketch a line like that. You can use 10. This doesn't matter because you're going to trim it. Yeah, like that. Yeah, number to projection. Number to projection means that uh, the direction, this is the top plane. At any given point, at any given point will have a point that is always, that cross section will always be normal to this plane. I think you can understand this better if this one is like a solid. You'll see that at any given point, the cross section is normal to the top plane. But here, because this one is a surface, it doesn't apply. Even if you use normal to trajectory, when you select normal to trajectory, the only thing you're going to do is to rotate your sketch by 90. If I go here and rotate my sketch by 90, let me my sketch, then remove this one, rotate by 90, I'm going to get the same thing. You see, okay? You see, I'm getting the same thing. Why? Because normal to trajectory, the profile stays normal to that. The cross section will always stay normal to the profile. Yeah. I look for time to make that video, an advanced video, to illustrate why difference between normal to projection and the other method as well. And I said here, you have to make sure you rotate. You just interchange. I'm used of using normal to projection. That's the dimension. That's the dimension to make sure our sketch is fully defined. Yeah, that's our major surface. Then we start by here. We take this profile here, the one we said is a hurdle. We project. We're going to project this onto this and say okay. You can see now we have projected. You can hide this. Don't need it. These boundaries, you don't need them. Yeah, you don't need this one here. Once you use it, just hide it. Even this, you don't need it. I like using something, then hide it. Now you have this one projected. Now we need to trim. You trim this here using this, and you want to keep inside like that. Okay. What did I hide? Yeah. Okay. We have the hurdle. That is the hurdle side. Next is if I go front view, I want to, I'll first for extrude this. I want to extrude this here, a surface, then create a surface there. That will be our datum surface. Then I want to project this to this. Therefore, I'm going to project it here like that. Why? Because I want to trim this away. Then trim this using this. Okay, you want to trim have to trim using this that side. Now we have that surface. You can hide it. In fact, this one I wasn't supposed to trim this. Yeah, let me first of all undo these two steps. Then we have a surface there. Okay, let's go next. Let me just use wireframes. Now, next is, remember, if, let me just activate these two to explain something. Let me go back to the shaded edge. This point here is called, we call this point singularity. That is the corners are called singularities in surfaces as well in finite element analysis method. And it is not good to have a singularity. Basically, the purpose of this is I want to make sure that this and this, I want to use a boundary bread. but I can't use two curves because of the security, what I have just explained. Therefore, what we do is, in this scenario, I'm going to have, let me go back to my surface, the one I extruded here. Let me just suppress this, trim. Okay, what is going to happen here is, let me show like that. What I need to do is, I need to take this edge and braid it to this, but I need to braid it in such that I'm not selecting the corners here. Okay, therefore I have this plane. I have these planes. I have created these planes. This plane is the right. From here is 8 mm. At this singularity point, I have another plane that is then another one here 8 mm. This one is 8 mm away. I want to create a datum points at these points where these planes intersect the surface. Therefore, select datum point like that. I have that point there. Let me just go back to this point to add more point, new point. This plane like that. Yeah, not this. You have to use this. Yeah, like that. That's the datum point ID. Another datum points here between this and this. New point, this and this. I can show the points. I can hide the planes. I don't need the planes now. So, okay, now what's happening here? This is the dot process. I want to connect this edge to this edge to form. Let me show you the form or the shape I'm looking at. I want to form a shape like this that represents spoon. And since I cannot connect this edge directly to this edge, because we said we need at least 4 to have a continuous surface, I'm going to use those 2 points, and from these 2 points I'm going to create my curve. First curve and another curve that I'm going to use like my boundary. Therefore, onto this plane, let me show back my planes. I need now to sketch onto this plane. I need to sketch here like that, and I need to sketch a spline at this point and this point here, a spline from there to there. You can see the curve. This curve will help me to blend these two edges in a smooth way. But here we need now to go. You have to make sure that this point is normal to the front plane, the plane we are going to use to mirror our part. Therefore, I need to create a center line here and select this one here and this, do tangent. Then here, I just need to create a line just to use it to dimension this edge, this plane here, like that, like that, like that. Make it 65. Oops, no. I want to dimension inside dimension here, like that, 65. Then, if you want to redefine your sketch, now this one will represent our profile by which our spoon is going to follow. Okay, you can see. Same thing here on this plane here. This plane like that. Sketch. Just need to drop spline from this point to this point here, close like that. Again, another line for construction, horizontal, vertical. Dimension this here. Yeah, let's go a little bit steep, 65, but these two make them tangent. Okay. Therefore, as you can see now, my spoon will follow this curve, this one here, and this one here. Now, from there, you can have an idea on what will happen next. Next is what is going to happen is I'm going to use blend. Let me first hide this ones here. I'm going to use blend to blend these two. Yeah, that's the reason why if I go back here a little bit, I projected. Remember this one here. Let me want you to understand this floor to here. I did an extrusion. I used this top one, not bottom one, because I wanted now to start from top, because we are starting from top to bottom. Then I projected the profile. If you remember this profile here, bold here, if you edit this one I projected this like this one here, so that I can get this. You can see then you trim away unwanted section. I trimmed away. Then we want to introduce a plane at these points. These are called singularities. Here we have a plane that is already existing called ret plane. You select ret plane this point here, you pass a plane there. Then I put a plane, two planes here, same distance. I have used 8, 8. You can use 9, 9, 10, 10, depending on accuracy of your model. Then on these two planes, I have created a curve. Then a curve. If I take this direction here, a curve from this curve that goes up like that, another one go up like that. Hence, I can now easily create this surface, the surface here, the middle section surface. In surface modeling, we have to create segments of surfaces, then merge them together. Those are the planes I'm talking about. Then those are the sketches I'm talking about there. And this one here, I don't need it. I can now go to boundary blend. Let's click here, trim at this one here. Let's click here, trim at this one here. Sorry, not that, remove, and this. You have to press Control. Let me start by this. Let's click here, trim at this. Let's click here, trim at. You trim at your curve. Then Control this. Let's click here, trim at the same curve. Right click here, trim at the same curve. You see the middle section of our spoon. Here, select your two sketches and you form your middle section. But something very important is this surface has to be normal. To the plane here. Why? Remember, we are going to model half the section that we are going to mirror this to complete the other side. If you view from this direction, we will have something like this. And at this point, we need these two surfaces to be tangent by making sure that this surface is normal, is 90 degrees to this plane. That's the reason why I'm going to say normal. See, 90 degrees to that plane. When you select normal, it automatically becomes normal to the edge, and this edge passes through the plane, therefore it will be also be normal to the plane. Okay, next is you might be tempted to braid these two sections here, but I said let me just prove this to you in case one day you be tempted to braid the other one. Oh, start from this direction. Okay, let me first remove this trim at this point toward this, and just trim this one now at this point. Then we might say, okay, we might say let's add that and say tangent. Okay, not tangent. Let's say curvature. No, no more. Doesn't work. 3. You might say, okay. You might say my spoon is okay, but this spoon is not okay at all. The surface is so bad because we have used just two edges here. We form a singularity. Let's go to analysis. Let's go to inspect geometry, reflection. Just see here what happens here. Let me see if we increase this. See what happens. This is called singularity when it tends to form a sharp corner. You can see everything is singularity. Therefore, we can't do that in surfaces. Therefore, I have to delete this. Cancel this surface here. I have to suppress it or delete it. Now, to solve that issue, all you do is we just need 4 edges. Let me explain to you. It is very simple. I just need this. This one is the first edge, it's already existing, and this one is another edge here already existing. What I need is another edge. Whatever is going to come here must be the edge for this, and I need another edge almost concentric to this from this point here, like that. You can see they're almost concentric. Then I need an edge that is almost straight like this. Therefore, I just get out like that. I'll just get out like that. Therefore, you can see I have new edge for this, and let me use a pen. Then this edge can continue like that. Therefore, I'm going now to use to braid this to this, then this to this. I will get a very smooth surface, and you see that. Therefore, same surprise. I have this two already sketched here. Let me show you. That's what I have sketched here. A semi, a curve, straight line, and this straight line you can see the boundary, the one I used boundary. You can dimension it, but make sure it extends beyond the edge. Same case applies to the other side, rear side. Yeah, this one is almost concentric. I have this edge and I have this edge. With these 4 edges, I can now easily blend them like that. Therefore, I'm going to select blend. I'm going to blend this. Right click, trim out like there. Control. This is going to connect to this, and you right click, trim out. Where a minute, yeah. Um, like that here. Then I need to connect this. I think same plane. Sorry for that. I skipped a very important. I skipped a step. Let me show everything here. We need to split first. We need to cut off this material. This one here. You have to cut it first. Okay. I skipped that. I think once I selected wireframe, I thought it had trimmed. Therefore, we can fix that very quickly. This one here, project to this, like that. This one here, project to this, like that. Select this surface here, surface, and trim using this. And keep inner side. Again, trim and using this and keep inner side. Yeah. Therefore, these ones I can now hide them. These projections, just hide them. Even these surfaces here, sketches, hide them. Hide. Now I can do again border blend this. Let's click here, trim at this point. Again, this one here, second direction here, this and this. Let's click here, trim at this point. Therefore, now here I can easily say curvature continuous. I can say curvature continuous as well, but here I can say tangent normal. Let's now see. Let's go back to analysis to see the differences. One to reflection. You can see there's no singularity. Even if you increase this number of this spacing here, we are getting a smooth, continuous surface. Just see, very smooth. That's what we need to do. That's what you need to do whenever you are working on surface model bodies. Again, we need not to do the same thing here. Trim to here. Again, this point, trim at this point. Control select this. This here and this, trim at this point. Again here, this one here must be normal. You know the reason why. Curvature, you know the reason why. Curvature, it must be free. Oh, this one doesn't allow curvature. Tangent, fine. Okay. You can see my surface. Next, we need not to connect these two. This to this. But we cannot connect in surface model. Try to make sure that whatever edges you are connecting or the curves, they are similar. I need to look for a flat surface here, flat edge. Therefore, simple, I'm going to chip off. I have a sketch already here. You create a straight line. You create a straight line to chip off. Okay? Because I need a straight line, another straight line here. But you see now, this line and this one is longer, meaning I need to use another curve to connect like that, and this curve is already existing. That's what you're supposed to do, to have that mindset. and this must be tangent. This must be tangent. Therefore, you already know what you need to do. We need to trim this section here. Go to model. First of all, you need to project. Don't forget that. Like me, I forgot. You need to project. Then you need to trim. Trim using this, like that. I highly suggest whenever you project, just hide it because I want to select an edge. Okay. Therefore, next is I want to connect here using a curve. You go to the points, go to datum, curve, draw points. This point here and this point here. I want a curve that is tangent to this, again tangent to that, tangent as well. This is tangent to this, tangent to this, which is the arrow. Can you see? Like that. Therefore, now you can easily blend these two. Yeah, again, trim out, trim out. Here, select this and this. Here I can use tangent because this is tangent. Here I can try curvature. Yeah, I knew, I thought so. Have to be tangent. Yeah, and this one very important. Number. Did I put number here? Let me see if I forgot. Yeah, I didn't forget that. I don't forget that number. Can see last three. Don't look for plane mirror. Need to be select mirror plane right, and we're going to mirror. Oops. Let's first for merge. Let's merge this. You can see you cannot highlight everything when merging. When merging, select a section by section like that. Oops. Then I can now select this merge, and I can now mirror it using the front plane. Doesn't. Why? Let's see. Let's delete this merge. Mirror this to the front plane. Okay, you have to mirror first, then merge. Alright, then after there, merge this. Alright, then you can thicken it. Go to model, look for thicken this by 0.5, like that, and you can hide all your datum curves here. And our spoon is done. Yeah, I hope you have learned something in this tutorial. Please try to understand why we have used some techniques, and I have shown you the best standard technique of modeling a surface body that is robust, doesn't fail. This one is very simple for you to edit anything. If I was to say go back, make it wider, you just go back to these sketches. Yeah, you should have your top level sketches that control everything else down the stream. Try on your side. If you have any question, please give a comment in the comment section, and I will reply back to you. All the best. Thank you. Take care.